In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 ways to make farmhouse fall decor using just Dollar Tree items, and I cannot wait to share them with you, so let's jump right into the video. First off, here I have 2 of Dollar Tree's wooden planks, and then I also have 2 of their little trays. And I'm going to start off by giving the wooden planks a coat of some white paint, and I am going to give that a nice good full coverage coating and do the same thing to both of them and then let them dry. And then I'm also going to paint the little trays, but I'm going to paint those in black. Of course, you could pick whatever colors you desire, but I just chose black because I thought it would make it look nice, and I like the color black in my home decor, so I am using that. And I am just going to paint the both of them and let those dry really well. And now I accidentally got paint on the white planks that I just painted, so I just easily wiped them off and then I went over it again with white paint. So after everything is nice and dry and ready to go, I am going to take some wood glue with hot glue to put this piece together. I'm just going to start off with my wood glue here, and I am going to do the same thing to both planks. So whatever I do to one, I will do to the other. And I'm going to take the tray and I am going to place that down on top of these wooden planks. And this is just going to create like a little stand of some sort, and then I am going to take that hot glue for the other side right next to the wood glue and place that there. And keep in mind, this is just going to glue one of the trays down. I still have to do the same things to the other side for the other tray, so I'm just trying to glue one down first. I am adding a little bit more of the wood glue because I do need more of the surface covered. And the trays are not going to, well, the wood planks are not going to perfectly take up the whole amount of the trays. It's a bit shorter, so I'm just lining it up here to see exactly where the middle is, so that way it can look really good when I put them together. So once I have that wood glue down there, I am going to add that hot glue, and then I am just going to take the little wooden plank, one of them, and I am going to press that down on top of the tray. And then I'm just simply going to repeat that for the other side. And now we have one of the trays on there, so I'm just going to hot glue and wood glue the other tray on, and now we can just flip it over and do it to the top of it and then just simply press it down. Do keep in mind you will need to put glue also on the sides of the tray so that they can connect really well together when you push them together and it's all nice and sturdy. So I do that, and now it is all one piece and it is looking great. And I think this is super cute to like have a little coffee bar, and that is what I'm gonna turn mine into. So right here I have some sticker letters, and I am just gonna write out the word coffee. And I did start off with capital letters, but I didn't actually have enough to spell the whole thing out, so I just switched to all lowercase letters. So I wanted it to look all the same and cohesive, so I just went to lowercase, and I just spelled out the word coffee, and I do not press them down until I know that they are completely centered the right way. And then once I get them nice and centered, that's when I press them down really nicely. And then we do have to add a layer of Mod Podge to the top just to make sure that they won't be coming off, or anything like that. So give it a coat of Mod Podge and let it dry really well. And I ended up adding a little raffia bow that I had from a little DIY that I did not use, and I just hot glued that down to the center of it, and I thought that made it look really cute. And I love the final look, you guys. I think it's super cute and I just love it, and it only cost about $5 to make, and it looks really good and high end. And you guys have to let me know what you think of this DIY, and you can also use it for multiple things. It doesn't have to be a coffee bar. You choose what you would like. Let me know if you like this DIY. Next up, friends, I have here this pumpkin sign. I am going to turn it over so I can use the back, and then I'll just cover up the other side once I'm done. But I'm going to go in with my white paint, and I am going to give this whole thing a nice coat of paint. But I am going to paint it so that it's not full coverage. I do want it to be distressed. So just as you see here, the strokes that I'm making, it is making it look nice and distressed. So that is how I am going to leave it. You know, I really like that look, but if you didn't like that look, you can do full coverage, of course. So I'm just gonna do the entire pumpkin, and then I'm gonna let that dry really well. Then once that is dry, I do go in with a pencil, and I am just sketching out little lines of which the pumpkin would have, and I wanted to do this so that it can look more realistic and have a little bit of dimension to it. So as you see here, I'm just sketching out those lines, and it doesn't have to be perfect. A pumpkin is never perfect. I do just redo this line a little bit because it was a bit too wonky. But now I'm just going in with my finger and I am rubbing over that line. And as you can see, it just smudges that lead and it makes it look really nice and realistic. And so I think that is a good technique to do whenever you want a bit of dimension and realistic looking piece. So I am doing that, and then I do have here some vinyl that I cut, and I love this vinyl that it's on. I got this from a pack of a 3-pack vinyl from Target Dollar Spot, honestly about 3 years ago, and I never used it, but I love it. It's in this plaid paper, and I'm just taking it out here so that we can add it to the center of this pumpkin. And now guys, before I even do that, I decided that I wanted to go in with this mineral color paint from Waverly Chalk Paint and just go in along those lines that I created, just to kind of give the pumpkin a little bit more dimension and rustic look to it, because I just felt like it was sitting too flat and I wanted it to pop out more and just look really nice. So I did that with the gray color, and then I went over it with a little bit more of some white paint, and I think that did just what I wanted because it now looks even more realistic to me, and I just love how it looks. So once I did that, I let that dry, of course, and now I'm going to place that wording down in the center of my pumpkin, just making sure I get it centered as much as I could, scraping that and then peeling it up. And now we can work on the stem. I'm just going to take some jute string along with some hot glue, and I am going to wrap the entire stem in that jute string all the way until it's completely covered. And I do like this because it gives it a bit of texture, and I like how it looks. It's really neutral, so I'm going to just wrap that stem up. And you can use a colored jute string, like maybe a black string or something like that, if you wanted to use a different color as well. And so once that is done, I decided I want to add in some greenery picks, and I just cut them down to smaller sizes, and I am just going to keep adding them until I think it is good, until I like how it looks. And then I'm also going to add a bit of some pine cones, just 2 of them to the top there, just to give it a little bit more of a decorative look. And that is it for this DIY, you guys. And I absolutely love how it turned out. I think it's super cute. I did add a little stand just using some of the Jenga blocks that Dollar Tree has. I just glued one to the front and the back, and now it can completely stand up. And I really love how it turned out. Let me know what you think of this DIY. here, I have this big wood circle sign that you can get from Dollar Tree. I think these are really great for multiple things. If you wanted to make a sign or even a little door hanger, that would be really cute. So for today, I am going to give this a nice coat of the white paint, and I am going to paint it so that it's distressed, so that it can look nice and rustic. So I'm going to do that to the entire thing, and then I am going to let that dry. Then once that is done, I do have this little home sweet home sign that I got at Dollar Tree, and this would be really cute to add onto here. So I'm just showing you this option. If you didn't want to add, the other one that I am adding is this Be Thankful pumpkin little metal decor, and I think I'm gonna add this onto here for today. And I am just going to take some E6000, put a little bit on the corners so that it's nice and strong, and then add my hot glue and simply place that down right to the center of this circle sign. And I think this is just going to amp it up a bit and give it a bit of a nice look to it, without having to use maybe, you know, like vinyl or anything like that. This little sign is really cute, and they do have multiple versions. They have different designs that Dollar Tree has out right now, and they are all really cute. So if you didn't want this one in specific, so I am now going to take some eucalyptus, and I am going to add that to the bottom of my pumpkin because I do want to make it look a little bit more decorative. So I'm just going to take them and start hot gluing them down on top of each other, and I am just going to keep going until I think it looks good, and then I will stop. And then I do just take off that raffia bow, and I add a different bow. I add a burlap bow because I thought that that one was just sitting too flat. So you can see here, this is the one that I used, and I like that way better. And that was it for this DIY, you guys. Super simple, a really easy DIY to do with a Dollar Tree sign, but I really love it. Let me know what you think of this DIY, and let me know which one was your favorite from today, friends. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by today and spending some time with me. I will see you all on the next one. Take care. God bless. Bye.